I have to discuss Dynamite this week? I don't, but I'm going to, honestly, even though I don't technically want to at all, man. Because this show, my god, man, especially the main event match with Darby Allin and MJF for the AEW World Championship, I've ranted about that already. It's a stupid, creative decision, if you ask me, what you call from what AEW fan base as well. Anyway, so what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lucas C. Allen 1080 on YouTube, the Lucas C. Allen Show on YouTube, and all audio platforms, Lucas C. Allen Show. And also, patreon.com/Lucas C. Allen. Yes, this is the very first thing you're going to be seeing on Patreon as well. With your AEW Dynamite April 15, 2026 review. Like I said, on Patreon, all audio platforms, on YouTube to say the least. For anything, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Lucas E. Allen. Watching today's podcast on Patreon, which obviously nobody watches right now, so let's get some more new members, honestly, but still. If you watch on Patreon, make sure you obviously watch before Patreon. We're going to get us right up. I was doing the upload of stuff. The first place to upload the stuff to say at least. Upload the Dynamite review and also provide all WrestleMania weekend, honestly. We can discuss a lot of content coming out to Patreon, YouTube, and Spotify, people. Just an unreal freaking weekend. WrestleMania weekend is, people. It is here on my parents, to say at least. If you're watching on Patreon, make sure you become a member. It's $5 a month. You get all access to basically exclusive content you see on YouTube and Spotify. So, thinking about more stuff with that stuff, but still. Maybe more tiers on it. So, I get more tiers to the $5 tier. So, the way and found done the sales. If you're watching on Patreon, make sure you become a member. $5 a month. No biggie if you want to watch on Patreon. But you mean doing like free posts on Patreon too, honestly. To get potential new members too. Watch on YouTube, hit the like button to end today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. And turn the bell off for your post notifications and upload this YouTube channel. And always, feel free to leave a comment to get my AEW Dynamite April 15th, 2026 review on this podcast. Lastly, if you're watching on Spotify, do the same thing, leave me a comment, and also a 5-star rating me very nice as well as say at least. Shall we start today's Dynamite review, this week's Dynamite review? Oh man, people, what are we doing? That main event, I ran about this already in my past, uploads on YouTube and Spotify, before I did anything on Patreon. This shit just pissed me the fuck off, people. Nothing against Darby. Nothing against Darby Allin, the dude. I really don't. I really don't have anything against the dude. I really don't. He just is not my T to be an AEW World Champion. He can be a TNT Champion, sure. He can be an AEW Continental Champion, sure. International Champion, sure. Even a Trios Champion, sure. Even a Tag Team guy, sure. I don't care. But not the AEW World Championship. He's not that material, people. When are you going to understand? He's going to hold his championship. He's going to hold his championship and not one day, honestly. No matter just a freaking month. Oh, man. This shit just pissed me off. I'm not going to lie, people. And it's just a professional wrestling does to me in 2026, people. It's pissing me the hell off. We're going to talk about it starting right now, honestly. We're going to work our way up to the main event for beginning of the segment and also the main event segment. So last match, you get the point. But starting with MJF, at this point, the AEW reigning defending world champion arrived at the arena and was immediately approached by Renee Paquette. He bragged about all of his recent accomplishments, including beating Kenny Omega at Dynasty. Don Callis congratulated him and apologized for the Andrade thing. That thing is, he obviously lost against Darby Allin at Dynasty, but he made Darby Allin the way to the right become the number one contender for the AEW World Championship. MJF had no idea El Idolo lost to Allen or that Allen chose Wednesday night to claim his title shot. Paquette told him that it would kick off the show, and MJF ran away, right to the ring, honestly. Back in the arena, Darby Allin made his entrance. MJF stormed out of the back with a microphone and said he is not about to wrestle in an impromptu match. Allen took the microphone and said he's not ready now. He never will be. He talked about sacrificing blood for his company and how his career started just 10 miles away at Buddy Wayne Academy. Bryan Danielson on AEW commentary stood up from the announce table, and said that Tony Khan sent him a message saying that he agrees that it's unfair for MJF to wrestle unprepared. So like you can guess, the match itself will now be in a main event, and if he refuses, he'll be stripped of the AEW World Championship. Okay, start, I guess. At least implicated for stuff later in the show. Didn't make me care. I knew it was always going to happen. Darby Allin's going to win the championship. As soon as this match and this thing was announced on Dynamite, I had no hope. I remember seeing a Dynasty review and me putting the title of the video in the podcast. They better not put the title on Darby, and I expected them to put on the title on Darby. And it's a stupid creative decision still to this day. It is! We're discussing more and more main event to this segment. Just did nothing. It was okay, I guess. Said so later in the show, it's semi, but still, it's a C+, whatever, though, if you ask me. Tommaso Ciampa. He defeats Desmond and Xavier of the Rascals. Solid match, give it a B-, nothing else major than that. And after the match, Tommaso Ciampa got on a microphone, basically said he's coming for the AEW World Championship, or it's Darby Allin, or even MJF. Which I don't know who it is now. It's obviously it's Darby Allin. Solid match, but I don't mind Tommaso being implicated in the World Championship. I like that. This is a big time for Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa, to me, is more AEW World Championship material than Darby Allin, obviously. Obviously, it's not even freaking close, honestly. Tommaso's more of a world champion than freaking Darby Allin is in 2026. It's not even close. I don't care what anybody says. Obviously, it's not going to be happening. It'll probably be the first title defense for Darby in the AEW World Championship, but still. But this gets a B-, a solid match. There's nothing else major than that, though. Just wasn't. On the FTR, the reigning defending AEW World Tag Team Champions was out after a break to discuss being Adam Copeland and Christian Cage at Dynasty. Stokely Hathaway, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler talked a big game about FTR running the division and being unstoppable. They even held a minute of silence for the careers of Cage and Cope, and mocked their 5-second pose with a 10-second pose in general. This, my friends, is an overall grade of C-. Second worst grade in the whole fucking show. What did this accomplish, people? I didn't mock Cope and Christian. What did this accomplish? Nothing other than what I just mentioned. Nothing more than I just mentioned. It was kind of funny, I gotta admit, but it just did nothing for me other than that. What did this produce? Nothing. So why should I care, dude? Why should I fucking care? They made your voice crack, in all honesty. C- is your freaking grade. Moving on to Kevin Knight, the reigning defending AEW TNT champion. Best thing on the show, believe it or not, people, is Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight defeats Claudio Castagnoli to retain the AEW TNT Championship. Best thing on the show had to be. The B is a good grade, don't get me wrong, it's a pretty good grade. But still, I think this is the best thing on the show. It's kind of just to show you how Dynamite is falling off the face of the earth like no tomorrow. They're going to make shock moments for his sake and making it shock moments. Like, dude. This match is good, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Kevin. I'm glad he's the TNT champion too, by the way. It's just an A++ decision in my book, Tony Khan. A major effort, a main event match on the show, obviously, but still. Pretty fun match with Knight and Castagnoli. Castagnoli, you're going to get out of him, he's freaking great. Wish to see him more better and more complete on AEW television, but that is what it is, to say the least. Nice title defense with Kevin Knight becoming the AEW TNT champion, Casino Gauntlet match, and also Dynasty, and this is a pretty good match, if you ask me. Good first defense for Claudio, or Kevin Knight, excuse me. I give this a B to say. It's nothing else more than this a good matchup, in my opinion. And on to Chris Jericho, joined Renee Paquette in the ring for an interview. Despite losing to Ricochet at Dynasty, he seemed to be in good spirits and smiled as the crowd chanted his name. He said that though he was outnumbered 3-on-1, he wanted to congratulate Ricochet on his win. This is when the demand made its arrival on the stage. Ricochet said he respects Jericho, but couldn't pass up the chance to beat him with his own lion salt. He threatened for the demand to beat up Jericho every week. He shows up, and he may as well just quit. Jericho called him bald repeatedly as he taunted him, and challenged him to come to the ring for a fight. Ricochet told the Gates of Agony to stay on the stage no matter what happens, and then he went to the ring and began fighting with Jericho. As expected, the Gates of Agony obviously eventually joined the fight anyway. Nobody came to help Jericho as he was left laying in the ring. Or lying in the ring. It's just a C+, bro. Who freaking cared? Nobody is clamoring for another Ricochet and Jericho match. The match at Dynasty was not bad. I actually quite enjoyed it. We probably get Jericho getting his revenge, honestly, on Ricochet, but still. They could just supposed to say how boring Dynamite is. This show is freaking boring. Gray doesn't suck as much as SmackDown. So it's not that you can't call it good. Like, I watched NXT this week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not joking when I say this. NXT might be the second best television show in the whole freaking out of the 4 shows throughout the week. Like, I watched JCJ and Lola Vice put up a good match on Dynamite. God, no. I saw JCJ and Lola Vice put up a good main event on NXT Revenge this week. Then you also have pretty good stuff, too. Like, what else you got? So, Tony D'Angelo, the men's match I enjoyed was pretty shocking, too, nonetheless. Defeated Ethan Page to retain the NXT Championship. That was pretty a good match. Oh, no, it's not else you sink your teeth into, but still. It's better than this fucking show. And definitely SmackDown combined, it feels like. Like, get these segments and just the next match on the show and discuss. Like, whatever. Whatever fits Tony Khan's playbook 101, dude. Just gets a C+, in all honesty. Moving on to Will Ospreay. He defeats Hechicero, the Don Callis family. The Billy One freaking Don Callis family members. Another C+. And you know how freaking boring this was, dude? Well, I mean, I'm gonna say boring as a match champ, but who fucking cares? Who cares if Hechicero and Will Ospreay in a one-on-one match on Dynamite when your show is completely just boring? It is boring. Let's just call it for what it is, people. The show is freaking boring. And up until this point, everyone's waiting for freaking, I guess, I don't want to call it that, for Darby Allin and MJF. Everyone wanted to see. And not that that's a great outcome either way, but still. At least there was, like, who fucking cares about Ospreay and Hechicero? I love Ospreay, he's freaking great. Probably the best wrestler in this whole freaking company. But against Hechicero on a boring ass show, like, match after match. I mean, you have more segments on the show, like the FTR segment was not good at all, but still. And the Jericho segment and all, but at least the beginning promo was still, to say the least, semi-okay, I guess. This gets a C+. Not saying it's a bad match. I just don't fucking care. It's freaking boring, honestly. C+, you're great. My Little Nightingale, the reigning defending AEW TBS champion, defeats Camille. Otherwise, she already took her first loss already on the show. Or just came back on Dynasty. Will Nightingale, the reigning defending AEW TBS champion, defeats Camille to retain the said AEW TBS championship. Another C+. Was it 3 straight C+ in a row, bro? I think it is. Actually, no, yeah, it is 3 straight C+. Oh, man. Now, what do I say about this match? Love Willow. Don't care for much about Camille. Should be booked better. At least you make care about Camille. Or whatever. I guess it's throwing the thick of the Willows to have her lose to Willow Nightingale. Another fucking roll off. It should just be lower just than that in general. You know, I'm not giving this a big fat C just because I feel like to. I love Willow Nightingale. She's freaking great. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry giving her a big fat C on the show. But still, man. Like, this is a roll up finish. Like, who fucking cares? Like, Camille can't kick out a fucking backslide roll up. Come on, bro. Don't give me that shit. Oh, man. This pro wrestling in 2026 is watch the Shaquille O'Neal on a version of the Boston Celtics. How many times have I to tell you that, people? The show is fucking boring. Big fat C with Will Nightingale and Camille for the TBS championship. This title has been defended since last time Mercedes Moné held this championship. And like, that was not the end of the shit. It was like, what? When did Mercedes last defend this title? Was a Forbidden Door? or PLE pay-per-view after All In. I think that was last time. No, I think it was Wrestle Dream once you defended the TBS title and won the Ring of Honor World Women's Television Championship when she had a 18-day reign against Red Velvet. I don't know, whatever, bro. Whatever, I guess. This company, man, ladies and gentlemen, does not know how to fucking too many fucking titles, man. Right, I think the TBS title was defended on, what was it, Revolution pre-show against Lena Cross? That don't really fucking count, though. It really doesn't freaking count. It was a pre-show, not the main card. Whatever, I guess, it's still a big fat C. And moving on to, oh my god, man, here we go. Darby Allin defeats MJF to win the AEW World Championship in May. Are you ready for this, great people? This, my friends, because ladies and gentlemen, this, my friends, because we're all great. I have a D-. No, not a C-, not a B-, not an A-. It's a D-. Reason why it's not an F, people, is because MJF's probably getting his title back, obviously. But it doesn't mean I don't want the championship to be on Darby Allin for this one freaking month or a 1 day period. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how I get so pissed off with the IWC, too. They are comparing this to AEW's version of the freaking Mankind when the WWE Championship was against The Rock. Whatever that was, honestly, on Raw. They're comparing that shit from Mankind to Darby Allin. I'm like, this community is so fucked, bro. It's not even funny. They are comparing something. Stop comparing shit to the Attitude Era. Just stop. Just stop. You're not going to get anything from the Attitude Era. Just comparing it to something from the Attitude Era against your own version of it. Stop with the freaking comparisons. It's fucking weird, in my opinion. It's fucking bizarre. Like, I can't believe they're comparing this to freaking Mankind winning the WWE Championship on Raw. What's a World Heavyweight? What does a fucking matter? One of the world titles WWE had back in that day. They are comparing that shit to Mankind, also known as Mick Foley, when that the WWE Championship from The Rock, I forgot what, I guess it was in Triple H, or you can drop it to Triple H. Like the next day, or week after the Raw. Like, stop comparing that shit to Mankind. Like, it's not even fucking close, dude. Stop. It's stupid. Makes him now setting up Darby even more so. Oh, because you had Sting out there. Like, this shit was fucking stupid. I was causing a lot of cheap pop in fucking Washington. They wanted to pop in Washington. That's all it was, people. It makes you question if Darby Allin did not climb Mount Everest. Was he really able to dethrone Moxley? He probably was. Instead of Heyman. And plus, there's another thing. Darby shouldn't have won the championship from Moxley at All In in Texas last year. If you really wanted Darby at his crowning moment, it should have been All In last year. But you have to climb Mount Everest. That's his own fucking problem. That's his own fault. There's times and places when you should be holding championships. You want to hold these championships. Now it's not the time of MJF, bro. And it's never going to be the time ever again. Yeah, I guess Tony Khan said, why not let it be tonight to make our own Mankind and steal headlines from WrestleMania? Meanwhile, they could steal why don't have a fucking headline from WrestleMania. They're going to prove how terrible the Pat McAfee shit is. That's all there's going to be for night 1. And then maybe night 2 of Reigns and Punk when God knows what that's going to produce. But honestly, like, you ain't going to steal shit from WWE and WrestleMania. So what's the point of even trying? What is the point of even trying? Well, just to the same thing about if it was happening All In. Like, it's All In weekend and the second biggest thing in wrestling weekend, all professional wrestling. I think it's being bigger than SummerSlam nowadays. But still. Like, this company, just sometimes between them and WWE, they are as washed as the Shaquille O'Neal version of Boston Celtics. When Shaq was in his final, like wash days, honestly. His final year in professional basketball. He was washed. He said he did the same thing with both the WWE and AEW. Professional wrestling, both major companies, suck. in this 2026 year. And it proves to me with this fucking shit. It's gonna steal headlines from one another. What's next? I wonder what Triple H and Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel are going to do come all in weekend. I wonder what they're going to do. I can only fucking imagine. God, I don't even imagine that shit, bro. Oh my god, imagine. Man, professional wrestling just sucks in 2026 because of both major companies. I'm not saying any other company like TNA, what they do, or New Japan Pro Wrestling, or CMLL. But ties to the AEW to New Japan Pro Wrestling too. But these companies, both major companies, World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, and All Elite Wrestling, AEW, are freaking terrible in 2026. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. I love the sport to death. I'm still covering the shows every day, and every week, obviously, for every standard shows. But these companies, both major companies, are freaking terrible in 2026. Let's just call for it as people in this outcome proves in the main event. D- is your great Darby Allin win the AEW World Championship in a squash match, mind you. Imagine that shit. Another squash match. This might do the same thing will happen with Brody King. What did that lead to? Absolutely nothing following Grand Slam Australia. So it's the same thing with Darby Allin here. This is what the difference is. Darby won the championship. Brody just won a contenders match. Or linear match, when you fucking call it. It's called a contenders match. It's just like a championship contenders match from WWE and Vince McMahon, I say at least. But these shows are just fucking awful, bro. It's about to be the worst show of the week. It'd probably be SmackDown. Well, you got the Andre John, then you got the Andre John Battle Royal. You got Tiffany Stratton and Julia being an announcer tonight. Man, with both champions doing in WrestleMania last year, not announced for a WrestleMania card. But beyond WrestleMania SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Enough of that, honestly. Wrap up this Dynamite review for your April 15, 2026. The Darby Allin MJF match is a D-. The reason why it's not an F is because MJF's getting his championship back out of come double or nothing. I obviously know that. We all know that's the case, but doesn't mean it makes it right at all. But whatever, I guess D- is your fucking great ass. Your overall show grade for AEW Dynamite is Spring Breakthrough, April 15, 2026 review. This is C+. Not a great show at all from Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling. And that is your AEW Dynamite Spring Breakthrough, April 15th, 2026 review on this podcast. Thank you all for watching your AEW Dynamite April 15th, 2026 review of Spring Breakthrough edition of Dynamite on Patreon, Lucas C. Allen, YouTube, Lucas C. Allen 1018, and all audio platforms, Lucas C. Allen Show. Until next time, and trust definitely next time is WrestleMania weekend, people. Might do night one predictions for tonight for WrestleMania. Right now it's 7:30. It might probably not be the case, but still. I got this all uploaded to the public, to YouTube, Spotify, and also Patreon just first off. But anyways, until next time, and trust me, definitely next time, everybody. Peace, love, I'm out. Take care. Love you all big time and say at least.